put it in? Where did I put the picture? In here? Yes, I think so. Ah, why is it white? I should have put it in there. It's wrong. It's so wrong. It's been a long time ago. I have to fix something. Back in a second. I have the heater on. It's freezing in here. To change that, where are we? Not final videos, edit, background, save, it's PNG, where's PNG? There it is. Copy, save, I don't know what that is. Does this work now? Where's PNG? There it is. This should work. Aha! Look at that! I'm fancy. We got notification of this. I didn't plan it. I did it fast. Haha! Look at me. What is this? That's this picture can be gone. That looks good. Huh? 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 What do you think? We missed you. No, you did not. You're lying. Hello, I'm sorry. This is a delay. I had to do stuff and it was on short notice. Hope you're all doing great. I'm doing good. I had a great day. Let's do the intro. Yeah. Yeah. Metal. How are you? I hope you're all cool. We go Let's Talk EV on Sunday at 7:20. Questions, answers if I have them. Talk about fun stuff. I'm gonna go through a bit of news. I haven't looked, so we look together. See if I find anything interesting. What do we have? Yeah, Kia has the EV9. There was a picture or something. Looks ginormous. But the concept, of course. What else? Fastnet is increasing prices in Germany by 10 cents. I think end of November or something. Polestar 2, blah, blah, blah. Wasn't this last week? Is there anything with charging? Yeah, the 5th Ionity charging location in Wolfsburg, where Volkswagen has the headquarters, was built. For what? Wolfsburg is tiny. Yes, what do we have? Nope. 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 Nah, nothing new. Inside EV, what do we have here? They don't like me anymore, huh? They don't post anything of me anymore. It's over. Did I say something bad about Tesla? Ha ha, I'm so mean. I am so mean. Nah, also nothing. Let's look at Ionity. Construction, what started in the last week? In France twice, look at that. And what went live? Nothing, huh? Go load. There we go. What went live in the last few days? Also in France and in Wolfsburg. Yeah, let's look at the chargers. Where are they? There are they. What's new? Yeah, this one is new. I remember that. And this one here. Yeah, France is getting okay with Ionity chargers. I'm cool with that. And Germany, nothing new. What's here? Ooh, in Calais is one now. Look at that. Huh. Look at that. And otherwise, anything special? Nah. That's it. It was the news. Fast. Yeah. What is it say? How's the Enyaq? Enyaq is okay. Servus Susanne. Driving it since Tuesday. I have the heater here. It's freezing in here, 17.5. Nobody's ever up here, and I don't heat up here. I'm only here for doing this. I should put the thing a bit down. Hey, or maybe I do this. Haha. Natural gas and electricity have become very expensive lately. I don't know about natural gas. Electricity, you still pay the same as I paid a year ago, but Colorado is cold but sunny today. Yeah, it was sunny here too. It was 11 degrees, but still felt amazingly cold. Manchester is here. That's great. Where's Darren? Then we have 2 Manchester. Hey there. Are there any information according to software version 3 for the Enyaq? No idea. I'm guessing it will come close to that. Pretty sure. ID3, ID4, and then... So ID5 first, because it's delivered with that, and then ID4, ID3 with over-the-air update, and then Enyaq, I'm pretty sure, all at the same time. But I had a fun week. Well, you all saw my Kia EV6 live stream last Saturday. That was fun. And then I did something different. I did like I'm already a full YouTuber because I have to put that up a bit. Oh, not too much. Because I published those videos, all of them in this week. So all 4 I did, or even 5 on 4 days. So Monday to Thursday, just to see how that is and how it feels like. And yes, I see the higher numbers. So it works pretty cool, because when I was smaller, I remember when I did a video very close to another video, so a day after, then the first one wasn't watched that much because people didn't look, is there a new video from battery life? They're just, oh yeah, let's look what I'm subscribed to, and then it was this video and the other video was down there, and then I didn't see the other video. And I thought it's not a good idea. I should only do one every 2 days. But this week with the EV6 it went well. Of course I got accused of being a Volkswagen fanboy because I did that video with the EV6 not charging the ID.3, but I tried to explain to people, and I thought this was coming across in the video as well. Where's my... Yeah, I need a thing, my nose is running. I was trying to tell people that this has nothing to do with the EV6 and has nothing to do with the ID.3. It's just the charger was designed that without ground it doesn't work. And that's it. That's all I wanted to show. And it failed to charge. So I didn't lie. Yes, the name was a bit provocative. I know. I'm trying to play the YouTube game here a bit and not do, I wouldn't say clickbait, but make the titles a bit more, hey, come on, watch me, without lying. I don't want to lie. I'm not going to say the Kia EV6 could not charge my ID.3. That's not true. It couldn't. That's true, but it wasn't the Kia EV6's fault. It was the charger's fault. It was designed to not work without ground. And that's it. Did someone say Volkswagen fanboy? Yeah, and then, yeah, there was one person who commented the whole time, yeah, you're so negative with this, high, or the other way around, and so negative. And then I did the showing the car and said great video in the title, and then now you're a bit too positive. I don't like that either. Again, I do what I think in that moment. I'm not thinking of what I will say in that moment. I'm just feeling something. Okay, the regen is doing this, and then I say it. Okay, regen kicks in with a delay. That's it. Oh, the suspension feels great. I say that. Ooh, I'm very close to the sun. How you call it? Sunshade, whatever. And you sit in a weird seating position in the EV6, and the back seats have no problem, a big problem. Just stay true to yourself. I am true to myself. I just, you know, if I ever want to live off YouTube, I have to do, I have to expand a bit and learn, and that's what I did this week with the EV6. And so EV6 is not a car for someone who's very tall. So in the back seat, I couldn't, I barely fit with 180, but I tried today in the ID.4, it's the same. In the Enyaq, there's more space in the rear seat. What do you think about MG Marble? The list, so I don't know when I will be contacted, so it could be months. I have no idea. God, this glasses are dirty, can't see anything. And yes, and I think it's not a hey Blautson, I think it's not a secret that I like my ID.3. But it's also not a secret that I showed all the problems with it and all the things that don't work. Or that are not good. There is stuff that I don't like about ID.3, and not every Volkswagen is a great car. That's why I'm not a Volkswagen. Right now, the best car that I like to drive, but you can think differently, and that's totally fine. And some people just don't get it, and it's possible I don't like other cars, so it's possible I like other cars. For example, Kona, great car. EV6 was great drive, but there was negative stuff about it, and I said it. And yeah, it was the problem with the battery, with the cooling, with the charger. That also people, battery is cold. You don't get full charging speed. And even though the battery was cold, and it was a snowflake symbol in the battery, that's not the thing. My point of that was. That why is it the thing is again red? Why am I losing frame? Why is this not working? It's green again. Again, I have this red problem that it doesn't. It's losing frames. This started. Oh. Why is that? That's freaking annoying. Yes, yeah, it's totally fine. And it does it with the picture too. It has nothing to do with my camera. It's not German. It's so American, I think. Just work. You worked for years. What's different now? Nothing has changed. It's always going into red and then back. Oh my God, that's a long name. Ooh, customer appointment. Look at her. Any new hardware? No, nothing changed. I don't know what it is. And it's red now too. Has nothing to do with that. USB streaming. What if I do this? And I unplug this? What does it do now? Oh no. Years. I don't know what's going on. I really have to Google this. It worked fine for years. We did, how many videos did we do? Now it's I can see, and it's not a lot. I'm having it at 5,000 kilobits per second. I don't know what's going on here. And it's red again. And then yellow and then green. Giving up. Yeah. Servus Lars Peter, hey, new member. Demand new router at your ISP. Yeah, that's not easy either. Everything else works. It's just the stream, and it's not a lot. Yeah, and I'm you're totally right, Blautson. I'm also tired of that you can't say what you think. So if I think a car is bad, why can't I say that? The same as I can't say if I like something a lot. Both extremes, you always have to be meh. If you say something very good or something bad, it's always a problem. Hida is taking all the power. Yeah, it's possible, but it was last week too. Turn it off. It's really green now. But it was green before. It always goes up and down. Now it's red. Now it's back. This is freaking annoying. OBS red. Why is that? Try enable dynamic bitrate. Okay, I do that. Where's dynamic bitrate? Stream. Where do I set this? This is weird. Try changing servers. Try lowering bitrate. Don't stream over wireless. I'm not trying out a streaming service. Just a test. Check your firewall router. Check your antivirus. Check bundled network software. Speed testing. Does it stay now? Maybe it stays now. Stream is freezing. Yeah, that's it. But let's talk. Yeah, so that was fun this week with the EV6 and with the videos. The EV6 was a lot of fun and a lot of good content. I liked it a lot. Sadly, I only drove, what was it, 4 hours or something. But I can say it's a great car. I wouldn't recommend it, like I said, for very tall people, the EV6. But overall, it drives great. I think, again, that the start-stop button is something, I don't know. It should, it's working better now. Maybe I always have to stop the stream and start again every time this happens. Now I don't have one lost frame. Huh. Get another rope. Yeah, get 2 ropes on top. So the start-stop button is still, and people told me, so I tried when I put it into park, the parking brake doesn't engage. I turned off the car, parking brake doesn't engage. I do it by myself, it does. But people told me if you don't put it in park, you just turn it off right away, then it should engage the parking brake. Or maybe it is when you open the door, and I find it stupid. I'm sorry, when I put it into park, it should start put the parking brake on. I don't know. Why else would I put it into park? That's stupid. Yeah, the frunk in the all-wheel drive is for nothing. That's so tiny you cannot fit anything in there. The trunk is great. I like that there's a setting to open the trunk either normal or fast. I like that the seat has this easy entry and even a second one for extreme easy entry where it goes way far in the back. How's the suspension on EV6 versus ID.4, ID.3? ID.3 is still better. No, that's not true. That's not true. So ID.4, in my opinion, is a bit better than ID.3. It's a bit more comfy. And EV6 was as comfy as the others, but I think when there was a hard bump, it felt better. So I think EV6 has the best suspension of any car I ever driven. I think so. The suspension is just perfect. I was scared it would be very sporty and hard, but no, it was just perfect. Should I go back to the? I would love to go back to. Because I have HDMI out before, and now I'm using USB, but it works. So let's not fiddle around with it. Power of the EV6 was good, but also not, oh my god, it wasn't Tesla power, but also the Model Y didn't felt amazingly powerful. So the Volvo XC40 felt way more powerful with a 300 kilowatt all-wheel drive. I loved the XC40 when it comes to power. But EV6 was okay, was still okay, it felt good, it did its thing, it was fine. Regen is very strong. I didn't like that iPedal I cannot remember that in the Ioniq 5 it was the same thing. When you go into iPedal, so the strongest regen that also is like one pedal driving that brings you to a stop. every time you start the car, it jumps out of iPedal and goes into the next one, so level 3. And when you put it in, it beeps. Every time you turn on the cruise control, it beeps. When you turn off cruise control, I can't remember. Yeah, you heard it in the video. It happens a lot. So power is good. Steering is a different thing. It's a tiny bit heavy, but you can get used to it. That's fine. But it's extremely direct, not as direct as Model Y, but still direct. So you move it a bit and you're moving all over the place. The worst of this, the EV6 of the car, is something they have to fix with over-the-air update, is the self-steering. It's okay sometimes, but I would say 50% of the time the steering wheel does this. And since the steering is so direct, you feel it in the car. Not strongly, but a tiny bit. You feel it all the time. You're doing it like this, and that's not a nice feeling when driving. That's really stupid. In my ID.4, the climate settings did not show on one drive last week. It worked, but couldn't change temp. Oh, yeah, that sounds like letting it sleep and getting back in. Yeah, what my Enyaq that I have right now has the thing that a lot of times when I start driving, it shows me travel assist not available, and then the message goes away after a minute. I have no idea. Have ordered mach-e GT, need power. Yeah, would love to drive that car, but Ford is weird in Germany. They don't give out. I was in contact with Ford so many times, but then they block me or something. I can't get a hold of anyone there. So whatever. If you don't want to get advertising for your car, then you don't get advertising for your car. Because that's what we do. Yes, I live off this, but in the end, it's advertising for a car maker if I drive a car. Even though I don't like it, I show you the car and maybe you think other way, and that's good. You shouldn't think like me. You should have your own opinion. And if I say, "Ooh, that's very sporty," and you're like, I like sporty suspension," then maybe this is your car. So it's always a good thing. And it's good information for everyone if there's a problem, that you're well informed. So the consumption was a bit higher in the EV6. Yeah, it's fine. It's a big car, and it should charge fast if the battery is warm. But it was a fun drive. This week, so last week on Tuesday, I got the Skoda Enyaq, the EV80, so with the big battery. Did you ever review charging stations? No. What would I review if they work? It all changes all the time. I don't know if Ford is afraid of criticism. It doesn't mean that I criticize their cars. We'll see. Maybe Ford has new terms for Karen. Hey, don't answer the phone if it's Chris. I don't know. So I emailed with a woman a few times, and then at some point it said when I emailed the person, it says that this email address can only be sent to when you are on a special list and you're not on that list. And then I tried someone else, really weird. So I gave up at some point because when I emailed someone else, they didn't reply either. So I have no idea. So I got the Skoda Enyaq. I drove it all week. Fine car. It has its, for my opinion, its downside to the Id.4. There's some things in there that are amazing that the Id.4 should have, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't like in the Enyaq. For example, that the instrument cluster is so far away but still the same size, so it looks very small, but you can live with it. The seats are not fabrics, more vegan leather. In the winter it's freezing cold when you get in and you turn on the seat heater and it takes 5 minutes till they get warm. Not a fan of that. I'm sure in the summer they're hot. I don't like that the instrument cluster is not angled towards you. It's totally facing straight. So it's a weird thing. I don't like the cruise control is an extra lever, and you can do 10 kilometers more and 10 kilometers an hour less. You can do 1 kilometers an hour more, but you cannot do 1 kilometers an hour less. You can't do that, but you can do distance minus and plus. This works. But overall, there's an extra stock there. Steering wheel heater is on the steering wheel. The button, that's okay. Yeah, what was weird? I don't like that in the trunk you again have this cover that you have to do with your hand. In ID.3, ID.4, it's on the trunk door, so you don't have to do that yourself. I love that. I hate those things so much. The EV6 had that too. There's more space in the back. That's awesome in the Enyaq. What else? The phone. Oh God. So in the ID.3, your phone holder is in the middle and your charge port is a bit behind. So when you have a longer cable, it's no problem. You put the cable here in the middle console and then the end goes into the phone and fine. In the ID.4, it's similar. In the ID.3, it's better because you can have two phones. In the Skoda Enyaq, it's in the front, but down like this. Not like in the Model 3, Model Y like this. It goes down. And that would be okay, and it's cool, fine with wireless charging. You just put it in, that's it. But if you want to charge with a cable, the charge port for the phone is in that thing, and it's this wide, so you have to go with a cable that you have to plug in between this little thing and plug it in, and then in the small space where two phones can fit, you have your cable and the phone. It's, I don't know, it's not well thought of, I think. What's amazing in the Enyaq is that you have temperature and your seat heater is in the infotainment screen. It's not a button, so you can do it all the time. It doesn't matter on what screen you are. That's cool. You also can see in infotainment screen if your steering wheel heater is on or if the AC is on, but you can see it in ID.3, ID.4 as well. That's cool. What else was cool? Yeah, lane assist turn off is one button more. There's no assist button down there. There's just parking, then drive mode, and then there's some set. And when you press on that set, you get interior monitoring, so the alarm system, and then underneath it says assist system. Then you press on that, and then you have to go to lane assist and turn off. So it's one button more. That's a bit annoying. It drives the exact same way as the ID.4, same power, same suspension, same steering. The steering wheel in the Enyaq is better. It has some texture to it. It's not, I don't know, it doesn't feel leathery. It feels more plasticky, but I like it. It has more grip. I prefer it way more to ID.3 and ID.4. I like that a lot. What I wanted to say. Yeah, the only big difference in driving that I have noticed is in the Enyaq, when you go out of a corner and you try to steer a tiny bit, try to accelerate a tiny bit, you get the icon. I have the winter tires on. You get the icon for the spinning wheels, and it doesn't matter what you do with your power; it stays at the same level. Not flooring it, and it's not a 90-degree curve. It's just a bit of a corner and you give a bit more power and the thing comes on. It happens so much. So a bit of sporty driving, not even, not, oh my God, I have sporting, not this. Just, oh, I'm accelerating a bit. Doesn't work in the Enyaq. That I've noticed that. That's a bit weird. Where are we? I want to read a bit here. Friend of mine ordered an ID.4 this week in Ireland, 11-month wait. Yeah, that's another news that will be coming in a second. If I would order the Enyaq V80, I would get the car in August, so that's the reason I didn't get it. Plus, it didn't feel like other EVs. was less futuristic and it felt less fast. Well, Id.4 is the same power, but it's true in the Enyaq you cannot see that it's an electric car from the outside. With other cars, Ioniq 5, EV6, Id.3, Id.4, you look at it and Model Y, Model 3, Model S, and you know that's electric, that's something special. Yes, it's huge weights for everything. I still haven't got a build week for my Id.3 either. Still hopeful it will be inside 6 months like it was originally told. Hi, all stopping in during commercial for the Patriots game. So it's being dipped, the Enyaq. What's dipped? Cable port is like on the e-Golf. Really? I can't, but it's really that much space and to put it in, it's annoying. I've had an EV now for 15 months. With all the different cars around these days, I would still buy a Kona. That's cool. Me too. I would still, right now, I would still stick with the ID.3. I want it. I want different stuff in there. I would like them to improve it. But as an overall drive, I still love it. I would love to have 200 kilowatts of charging and that the heat doesn't take that much. And more power. So it's more hardware thing. It's weird that the ID.3, ID.4 has so many software problems, but for me it's fine. Android Auto works, that's all I need. It doesn't work all the time, but most of the time. In the Polestar 2, the second cup holder is placed inside the armrest. So you need to drive with the armrest open if you use it. That is weird, but I think every car has a special feature. That's true. Plus the Enyaq drives less nice, little slower, and it feels more like a normal car. The Ioniq 5 EV6 and mach-e does that better. That's true. They're all more powerful but so like I said, EV6 is great suspension. Ioniq 5 is a tiny bit too soft for me. You get a bit of a jumpiness. I don't like that at all. Mach-e I never driven, so I have no idea. Hello Jonas. Hello. Oh my god, I can't say your name. Homogbanya. Sorry if I did it wrong. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, and I got the news. So in 10 days on November 23rd, the Enyaq will be picked up and I should get an ID.4 GTX. And I had so much planned. I wanted to meet up with Paul, who gave me his Model Y, and we wanted to do a drive together to see the difference in consumption, because he has an all-wheel drive and now we'd have an ID.4 all-wheel drive. Dubbed the Enyaq as a yak. Chris does not like. No, it's still an okay EV, but I don't prefer it to the ID.4. So Enyaq is still better than a lot of cars, but as a whole, ID.4 for me has more advantages. For me, again, for me. I'm not talking to everyone else. And I had planned to drive with the ID.4 GTX in the snow somewhere in the mountains and see how it handles the snow with all-wheel drive. But I got the email this week that it was cancelled because this ID.4 GTX, so the press car, is not built yet because of the chip shortage. So I have to wait too, as all I said. Maybe a next appointment in the new year. So we'll see. Hi, of all electric cars you have driven, which one is the most quiet? I think it's hard because there's always a distance, time span in between. But I think it was the Jaguar I-Pace. The I-Pace and the Audi e-tron were extremely quiet. Then, well, then the next level, most EVs are very quiet. ID.4, ID.3, Ioniq 5, EV6. A lot of cars are just fine. They don't have to be quieter. I-Pace and e-tron are just a bit more special. We'll get my Enyaq 80X this coming week. Can't wait for it. That's cool. The all-wheel drive is fun. That's really fun. And the loud ones are something like Model 3, and then what was loud? The Kia Enyaq was a bit louder at 130, but on the edge, I would say. MG Marvel R is 130 kilometers an hour, is 68 dB. I have no idea what other cars have. Is that quiet or is that loud? So the ID.4 is growing on you? No, I'm just saying it's better than the Enyaq for me. I like the ID.4 from the beginning. Totally forgot, but here, yeah, I didn't announce it. I was just doing it spontaneously. I think my ID.4 is loud. Really? Wait till he drives the EQS. Yeah, it's very possible EQS would be the quietest ever. Yeah, tomorrow I have to contact the local BMW dealer because they told me I should contact them, but maybe uh, um, I can drive the iX and test it. Getting my Cupra born in March, my first EV. That's cool. It's the best. First new car, first EV, and then a Cupra born. It's a great car. I'm also in contact with dealers for the Cupra born. A dealer in Nuremberg already has it, but in the beginning when I asked them, so a few months ago, they were, yeah, sure, we can do that, no problem. And then I got an email this week, thank you for your contact. Like I never contacted them before, even though we emailed around a few times. I'm guessing it's a different person. And then it was like, yeah, we're looking into if you can have the car, but it's a high demand on the car, so we don't know when and how and da. So they're backing out a bit. But there's a car dealer very close by where I got the ID.4 GTX for a test drive. And he told me that I can get the car, but I don't know when. So it could be in the end of November or something, but that's fine. I can wait. It's okay. Cars being quiet is not always down to soundproofing, but tire noise, road surface, weight of car. No, of course, but when you drive on the same stretch, you noticed and you get the tires that come with the car, and then it's still connected with the car. What can we expect from LA Motor Show EV wise? Any rumors? I just know with the EV9 from Kia, the big gigantic SUV. That's it. So again, no GTX for me. So after the Enyaq, I don't have any other press car this year. So videos will be a bit less. I still have two ID.3 pure videos, the top speed and the charging one. I have one video about the ENBW Hyperhub that I charged coming back from the EV6 drive last week. And then today I filmed two videos with the Enyaq and the ID.4. So a very, very nice guy in Passau is also YouTuber. He has a YouTube channel, 2,000 subscribers or something. Oh God, I should know the link. You should see him. And he has an ID.4 in gold, and he even asked me a while ago if we want to do something with the ID.3 and ID.4. So that's him. Id.4. And like I said, he has an ID.4 in this beautiful gold yellow. But it didn't happen with the ID.3 because I had an ID.4 at the same time, so it didn't make. Yeah, I said that no GTX. I said that in the members already a few days ago. Don't you read the posts I do for the members? No new cars, then take your wife on a holiday road trip. We can live without your videos too long. No road trip since Corona in Germany is on the highest level it ever been. And I'm sure there will be a lockdown soon, which is bad for the people, but usually great for me if I have a car, because then the roads are a bit more quiet. But that's mean. What do you think about the Hyundai Ioniq 5? Should I buy it? Drive it? Know for yourself. I made a few videos about the Ioniq 5. It charges amazing. It has a heating problem with the battery and a cooling problem with the battery. It has incredible space. Power is great. Suspension is for me a bit too soft. It beeps too much for me, but overall it's a great drive. And it looks cool. So try it out. You should know his name too. Yeah, it's Christian, the same as mine. He has the same name. I'm trying to build up to it, that he's also Chris. He's from Passau and he has a YouTube channel. And he has an ID.4. Huh? I was building up to that. Isn't the screen in the Skoda too small? It's the same size as in ID.4, ID.3, it's just further away, and yes, that makes it look a bit too small, but it's okay. Enyaq looks better, nicer outside and inside, also better aerodynamics, so less consumption, ID.4, and has noise reduced windows if you pay for. Cool. Looks better, nicer outside, inside. That's of course everyone's opinion. Less consumption. You will see the video and the numbers that I will show you now, because we did in the ID.4 and versus Enyaq, we did a drive at exactly behind each other. The way there, he was in front of me, always with a lot of distance, and on the way back, I was in front of him with a lot of distance, and we did a consumption test, and I have it here. And let's show. The ID.4 had this data. What is this? There's a weird bug in here. We drove 190 kilometers. Google Maps says it's 191. Average consumption was 235. The Enyaq said we drove 192 kilometers, so one more than it should be, and the ID.4 one less, and had a consumption of 238. But if I put the data in my little thing here, and it should be 191 kilometers, and we had 192, and average consumption, where is it? Average consumption was 238. That would mean correction of trip meter, even a consumption of 239. And in the ID.4, if I do that with 235, we have a consumption, no, it's wrong, 190. We have a consumption of 233. So the consumption is, what is that, 2%? Yeah, 2% less. We measured the battery before with his title. Yeah, I had with car scanner and the OBD dongle. We measured the battery. The ID.4 says 74 kilowatt hours usable energies. Enyaq said 76. By the way, we arrived. He arrived with 37% or 38. One was 37, one was 38. So pretty close. And then we charged, and this is amazing. We charged from. So we started with 100%. We drove 2% less in the ID.4. The ID.4 has 233 watt hours per kilometer. Enyaq had 239. So we drove exactly the same at constant speed with this. Both had heat pump. We both had the heat setting in the same. The only difference that both cars had were the rims. They even had the same winter tires on, but the rims were different. And this could be the difference. And so for me, that means those cars don't have a difference. You can, it's not less consumption on either. Just get what you want. And so this charging screen here was the ID.4. It charged mostly 4 kilowatt less, and then in the end it was just 1 kilowatt less, so charging power. It took 57 minutes for 46.9. So this is the power used. The Enyaq charged a minute less and charged 1 kilowatt hour more. So it took a minute more and 1 kilowatt less, but a 1 kilowatt hour more. So I think that's very interesting. And mileage, my Enyaq had 10,000 kilometers and his ID.4 15,000 kilometers. So it could have a tiny bit more degradation, but I don't think it's 2 kilowatt hours. But and I don't the weight again. I don't think that he was that much heavier or lighter than me. So the car is as it is. and I think there's not a big difference. So this 1 minute and 1 kilowatt hours different charging and arriving with 37 instead of 38 and consumption of 233 to 239, I don't think that's a big difference. That could be anything. So Id.4 Enyaq is the same consumption. That's what I conclude with this test of today. Not go with consumption, go get the car you like more. So that's what I've seen. And here is my Walter now with winter tires. I was there today. It's also a beautiful story. So I brought Walter in to get the winter rims. Ugh, when was that? Last week? Yeah, it was on the day the Enyaq came, on Tuesday. And I told them, please, winter tires, and please read out the battery. I read out the battery today with a car scanner, and it showed me 54.15 kilowatt hours. In my test that I did, I think it was pretty close. I should look when I did my degradation test. What was it? Let's go into playlist, ID3. Where is I lost 10%? Sound off, advertising. I have to watch my own advertising. And there we go. We're charging here, so that's too early. There we go. Where is it? 54.4 kilowatt hours was my calculation, and I did the real kilometers driven with the average consumption, and 54.15 it was what car scanner can read out of the battery. So I found that very interesting. And so I brought the car there, so for them to read out the battery, I brought it with around 30% of state of charge. I didn't care. And then they told me, okay, they have to charge the car full, and then they can do the test. Volkswagen told them, so folks, there's a special test if you sell an EV, so a Volkswagen, if you want to sell, do you like your own advertising? Do you get paid for watching it? Yes, I get paid. The same as everybody is watching it. It's the same thing if I watch it all day, but it's nothing. So if I watch videos all day, what is that? 20, 30 views? That's not a lot. It's the thousands that make it. So 2,000 views, I think, are 10 euros or so. I think so. Could be wrong. It depends where, how long. It's a big thing. Very complicated. But they said, so Volkswagen has a test if you want to sell your EV, and if the new buyer wants to know exactly what is the available capacity of your battery, they can do a special test that costs 100 euros. Of course, I said, what? No, Volkswagen will do that for free because they want to know too, because they were scared when they saw my 7.5% loss. They wanted to measure it. And I said, cars need to be driven at the same time. They were! See, this is why Björn's tests are not too accurate as you think. He claimed Enyaq is 5% more efficient, but different day. Wind temperature, road surface, air density, there can be 5% error. Exactly. It's very hard to do. 10%, why don't you care? The resale goes down. What are you talking about? It wasn't 10%, it was 7.5, but I can live with it. That's 5% is something that's normal after a year. That's very normal for every EV. And then 7.5, how I treated my ID.3, I'm okay with 7.5% battery loss. It's not gonna be 7.5% the next year as well. It's gonna be 1% for the next year. Good evening, just joined. That's good. Announce yourself. I'm here. God, I'm an asshole today, huh? I'm really mean. So they said, okay, Volkswagen told them to do the test. We're going to do it for free. It's a different test that's a bit easier, but still accurate. We have to charge the car full. So they charged the car full. Then they put in the test, wanted to start the test, and the test thing said the battery has to be under 10%. Then he called me. We are very sorry. We just seen that the test says it has to be under 10%. Can you please pick up your ID.3, drive it down at some point to 10%, and whenever you have time, bring it back. And I thought, okay, what do I do? I can pick up the car now. The car dealer is 15 minutes walk away from work, so I have to go to work, walk there, pick up the ID.3, bring it back. So that's a hassle in the morning before work. It's cold, it's dark, and then at some point I have to do the same thing again to bring back the car. That's one thing. Number two would be to just go there on the weekend and drive it down. But then I not just lose the power in the battery, it's still 50 kilowatt hours I lose. I mean, they charged it, so I got it for free, the charge. But still, I lose that, and I lose kilometers on the odometer for my lease, because I drive 300 kilometers or something with it. So I thought, what if I preheat the car? And very hot, and in the coldest hours of the day. So I programmed the schedule at 1 a.m. and at 5 a.m. it should preheat the car at high, so 28 degrees or whatever that is. And it worked very well. Every time it did that when it was very cold. So in one day it lost 15% when it was really cold. And then in between sometimes I even started the preheating myself. What I noticed, and I didn't know that, in the ID.3, when you preheat the car, let it preheat, don't do anything, and then a few hours do it again, it works. But after the third time, you lose connection to the car. So you can see the state of charge and you can see the range, but you can't do anything else. If you press at something, it says too many requests, please unlock the car to get access again. And since I drive by this car dealer where Walter is a lot when I'm at work, when I have to do my round at noon, we have to go to a different work thing and then go to the post office and stuff. What I did, I just drove by, unlocked, did even start the heat and let the climate on, and went back out. I did that on Friday. And today I was at 34%. And after the Enyaq test, I went there and drove on the highway 30 kilometers at top speed, brought it back, and now it's at 8%. So I emailed him, he can do the thing tomorrow. Free sauna at Chris every day at 1 in the morning, exactly. So I brought it down with from 100 to 8% with just 40 kilometers of driving. And if I could wait, I could wait. I don't know at what time, at what state of charge the preheating won't work anymore. I don't know if this is a 20% or 10%, no idea. And I thought this will happen, and I want them to do the test this week. That's why I did it today, and I was in Passau anyway for the Id.4 Enyaq test. So what I filmed today was the range test with those two cars, and the consumption test, and then the charging test. And I made a video of all the differences. There's so many differences of Enyaq in Id.4. It's pretty interesting. What the Enyaq has, for example, that the Id.4 doesn't have, the ambient light in the door is your color, whatever you set it to. But when you open the door and it works with each door, it turns into red. I almost turned threw off my monitor. Because if a car is coming back, you can see a red light. That's a cool idea. Id.4 doesn't have that. And also the light, I think, is more in the door, and in the Enyaq, it's more shining out. Maybe it's that. Huh. Would you get the new Kona over an Enyaq? They seem to be the best value for money. If Kona or Enyaq, it depends on space and charging. They have the same range, I would say, because Enyaq has a bigger battery but higher consumption. Kona is very efficient. But Enyaq has higher charging speed, 125, soon 135, and Kona has 73. Kona is still based on an ICE car. Enyaq is a MEB platform, so you have way more space, especially in the rear seats. So Enyaq is rear-wheel drive. That feels better than Kona with front-wheel drive with the torque steer. But Kona is still a great car. If you don't need the space and the charging power, then go for the Kona. If you need space and if you do more long-distance driving, then Enyaq. Get on with the story on bad test. What's bad test? No idea what that is. No news from Darren? Yeah, what's with Darren? Haven't heard from him in a while. I hope he's okay. My IDC reached 40,000 kilometers today. Woo! I reached 25 last Saturday. Yes, if Carl loses 10%, then Walter is leaving home to find someone to look after it better. God. Hope they will charge the car back up for you before you get it back. Yes, they will, because they have to measure the car at under 10%, then charge it full and measure it again. That's how it works, which I don't know. Find weird. And how do they know what capacity it was when I got it new? Because this is the interesting part. Not how much does it have now, how much should it have when it was new, how much does it have now? What's the loss? That's what I'm interested. Simply clever. And the Enyaq also have the ambient light in the back. Missed it in my Id.4. Id.4 doesn't have ambient light in the back. Does Id.3 also? I don't even know. That's true. I'm never in the back. Never. Especially in the evening. Oh. Kona is smaller than Enyaq. Yes. You can do cruise control, increment and decrement by 1 if you push correct button. Look at the manual. What's a correct button? You mean the Enyaq? So in the Enyaq, that's stock to do a cruise control speed. I found, so when the cruise control is on, I do it up, it's 10 kilometers an hour more, do it down, 10 kilometers less. If I push it towards me, it's 1 kilometers an hour more. If I push it away, it turns cruise control off. So I haven't found that it does 1 kilometers an hour less. Or are we talking about a different car? For family, Enyaq better than Kona. It depends on how big the family is, huh? And you can set a shortcut to pretty much anything in the infotainment. Also the assist systems, if I am not mistaken, there should be 1 click to access lane assist. What car are we talking about? Are we talking about Enyaq? If yes, it is the same as in Id.3, Id.4. There is a favorite, but lane assist is not one of them. And the shortcuts are very limited. There are a lot of shortcuts, but not every little thing. And lane assist not. How's the 3.0 software? Do you think we also get Netflix and YouTube in the store? I only have seen 3.0 when I was at the ID5 photo shoot for that half hour. That was the only time I've seen it. So the video, what you've seen is what I have seen. And I don't think Netflix and YouTube will come that fast. It will be another year, if even. Nope, it's very dark back there. Id.4 receipts. Hyundai dealership called me with an amazing deal for buying my Golf estate. He was trying to put pressure on me, saying it would be halved once I pass 100K. Right now 90K. Okay, so you don't get any money for it. Okay, good to know. Just joined the chat. Do you have any news about the Cupra Born? I said that in the beginning. I'm in contact with 2 dealers about the Cupra Born. One already has it, but not. You cannot drive on the road yet. And a few months ago, they said, yes, you can have it and test and everything. And now they're backing down a bit and like, yeah, there's a high demand. We don't know yet exactly. And I have a second dealer very close by. I would prefer that, but he doesn't have the car yet. But he gave me the Id.4 GTX for a drive as well. So I hope that could work. What happens if the battery has more than what they think it should be when new? What happens? Nothing happens. They just tell me. Kona EV battery packs have been documented since 2019. And so this February, Hyundai finally decided to spend nearly 1 billion to recall 76,000 Kona EV battery supply. Yeah, but again, this could happen with every EV. Now you have it, maybe even Id.3 at some point, they see that the battery is not good. Leak photo on mine ID shows video games in 3.0, chess, racing game, card games, and so on. Would not be surprised if they add Netflix. You have games now with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Don't you have that? And in the 3.0 that I seen in Munich a month ago, there was no games in there in the normal version. So this could be a fake. And even if you have games, it doesn't mean that Netflix and YouTube will come very soon. And it's not the problem to implement it. The problem is with licensing, that you can use Netflix and stuff. One increment down is push at the set button. Oh, okay. So one increment more is pushing towards you, and one increment less is pressing the button to set. I'm sorry, but that's a bit stupid. Isn't it? Don't you think so? Why didn't they do a light push down is 1 kilometer and a light push and a stronger push is 10? Or was this the same way for the last 20,000 years for Skoda cars? You're reading comments about 5 minutes behind. People are commenting as you speak. No, it's just 5 comments more. You're getting confused about our reaction comments. That's me. I think you're behind. Less hard to the back. Well, thanks, looking forward to your review of the Born. I am too. But they should concentrate on battery preheating, improving the navigation and the GOM. Yeah, I think so too. In the Kona. Navigation in the Kona is a bit laggy, and it was the same in EV6 and Ioniq 5. And the GOM doesn't react as fast as it should. Hi Chris, just wondering what you use to track the rate of charge overnight on your car. I don't track the rate of charge overnight on my car. I plug it in. I have an 11 kilowatt AC charger at home, and my ID.4 can charge with 11 kilowatt, and it does that from 0 to 100%. It never slows down, except if the battery would be extremely cold. Notice mine only gained 100 odd kilometers overnight. Huh. Well, a few people say that with the new software, the GOM doesn't react the way that it did before. So when you drive, it does, but when you're charging, not. So at 50%, you can have 200 kilometers, at 100%, you only have 310. But when you drive, it goes down the real way. And I have it a lot that I go in the car, put it in drive, and then my range is going in a different direction, and it has not to do with heat. So I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. The GOM on i3 jumps like a rabbit on escape when you are driving motorway and country roads. Of course. Well, ID.3 use kettle battery. Has better. Only 34 likes. No, it says 50 here. Was wondering on the low consumption of the Enyaq compared to the ID.4 showed by Automotor Sport. We did a test today, and the Enyaq had a tiny bit higher consumption than the ID.4. And it charged 1 kilowatt hour more at the end. We both started at 100%, drove the exact same way and the same behind each other, but with a good distance. And even at the half point, we switched cars. Then I was in front. And at the end, with the real kilometers, so the consumption was ID.4 233, Enyaq 239. The ID store will have video game category. What you have seen was very early version of 3.0. That's very possible. Chill, that was 5 minutes ago. The message is already 50 minutes old when I read it. 50 now, Mac. Start timer. He read my message 1832. Yep, tick tock, tick tock. Why is your clock? See, I'm here. I'm full on time here. Okay, what's coming up this week? Like I said, I still have 2 videos of the ID.3 Pure, the top speed and charging video comparison with my ID.3. I know a loser who only tested EV6 this weekend. Me? No. what was I wanting to say? Something off with my charge. Last week I can achieve the 80% overnight. Then this week it's only getting to 50. I'm confused by it. It's still minimum 11 degrees overnight here this week. Yeah, that's weird. Do you have scheduled charging on? Because this doesn't work. Scheduled charging doesn't work at all. No, I was 2 minutes behind. Do you know if the Id.4 or Enyaq, if you change country, the internet connection in the car needs to be changed to the new country? No, I don't think so. You cannot even do that. As far as I know, the Skoda and Volkswagen have a contract with every European country, most of European countries, with other cell phone companies. The same as when you go with your phone to a different country. Guys, go to my current maître. So those videos are coming. And by the way, all the videos that are coming, they're a few weeks old, 2 or 3 weeks old. No, 2 weeks. Yeah. And if you would be a channel member, you would already have seen it, or a Patreon, because they see the videos right away when I'm done. And they will, and they also sometimes give me input. So become a member. It's so cool. It starts with $2.99, I think. Yes, a month on YouTube. You're just a channel member. I post a lot of stuff. What's happening today with the Enyaq pictures and stuff. Yeah, that's true. It could be the minimum. You can do reduced charging. You can turn that off. Maybe you did that by mistake. Those are the only things I can think of. Scheduled charging or a reduced charging. So member is cool. Patreon is cool. Or here, where am I? There. No, I can't do it. This. Here, merch. Look at that beautiful jacket that he's wearing here with the merch. Or, no, I don't have it on. Yeah, you see it all in my videos. Merch is cool. So many people have ordered. How many was it? It was 30 items have been ordered or so. Let's check. The last one was on November 9th. Where do we have? 39 items have been sold. That is so cool. You guys rock. Is it someone who plays with his testicles a lot? He plays with his testicles? I didn't know that. And from what I heard, the SIM card in entertainment use all 3 networks in Germany. Really? I thought it's only Vodafone. Huh. Thanks, is subscribers. We already avoided you to see many horrible videos. And it didn't been in live video for a long time. It seems to be ending. Well, yeah, you're a bit late. Maybe I'm late. Is a review of the Cooper Burn planned? If I get it, yes. I said it already twice, I'm not repeating again. I check, as Chris says, scheduled charging. I've had it working to start at 11 and be done at 8. It's been charging okay until lately. Now, scheduled charging does not work. Many people have tried it. It doesn't work. If you want it to charge to 80%, don't charge to 100% every day. To 80%, put your limit to 80%, plug it in, let it charge. It can stay at 80% the whole time. If you need scheduled charging because of money, you're screwed right now. That's just how it is. You're screwed till you're, what I made the video about, that you have to go to the workshop if you don't have a new car to get a control unit updated, and then you get an over-the-air update in March, and then it's fixed. Only then. I like it when Wolf gets all technical on him in the comments. Yeah. And he writes a lot. He likes to write a lot. Look, Chris going to get told off not wearing his own merch to advertising. That's true. Can we just go back to the start of for the late people? Let's end Chris' misery. Click the like button. No, it's fine. Can we read manual again? I'm getting nostalgic. Yeah, I posted one of my first ID3. I watched a few old videos of mine when I drove with the Matrix. I had the phone down here filming up. That was fun. And talking about ID3, that I might pre-order it and something. It was in March of 2019. Yes, it was that. I like you. I am considering a membership. I like you too, Werner. It's a great name, by the way. Are you German? Because Werner rules in Germany. Beinhardt was a big thing when I was a kid. When that came out, I know every second of all the cartoon stuff. I watched it 2,000 times. Ooh, he is a member. Welcome to the good ones. Hey, Werner. See, that's cool. When you get become a member, you get that big thing in here. How cool is that? Thank you. You can now watch all the videos. And what else I will do is, where is Rich? We cannot end until he comes in. Yeah, he barely is here in the. We have 51 members now, by the way. That's a lot. 51 members and still 40 something Swiss. That's still cool. Do you know Werner Beinhardt? We still have 40 something Patreons, 43 Patreons. So 93 people are supporting me. That is very cool. And we have, what I said, 38. That's true. We haven't seen Rich since he flew with the A380. I hope he's okay. We welcome Swiss too. Yay! And you get a different icon the longer you are a member. I find that so cool. The whole membership is very cool. It's a good idea. Just want to support you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And it helps a lot because I need, more legs to stand on. Not just video income. I need members, Patreons, merch, all of this. It has to grow slightly and I have to work on it. Sounds horrible, but announce it and talk about it. But membership is a real cool thing. I like it a lot. And Patreon as well. Patreon has the only 3 Patreons ever comment. No, I think it's only you. The other Patreons are just members, just Patreons. They support me, but they don't want to read. They don't want to know anything. They're used to that because a lot of Patreons don't post anything. They just, okay, give me your support and that's it. And I like to give a few things. And my best way to support Chris is to criticize his unhealthy lifestyle. That's true. And it never helps. And I still do it because I'm a sugar addict. Yeah, I'm very close, but I'm not to going down and open a 1.5 liter bottle of not Coca-Cola, just cola and drink because it's so much fun. I loved it so much. Cola, I never drink it, very, very rarely, but if I have it at home, I think about it. It's exactly under me. The kitchen is under me and I just go and it's so good. When I was younger, I did a lot of biking and then in a hot summer day, I biked for, I don't know, not far, 30 kilometers or so, 40, it's really not far, for 2 hours or 2.5. And then when I came home, cola was, when you were so exhausted and sweaty and thirsty, it was the best thing ever. It's cola vegan. It's just sugar, color, and water. That's what it is. It's very easy, Chris. Just don't do it. Yeah. But again, I'm a sugar addict. Can, glass, or plastic bottle? It's in a plastic bottle. It's the cheapest cola that is available in Germany. I think the 1.5 liter is 59 cents or 69 cents. Nothing. Don't advertise any Coke brands. You get no money. I need yeah. Only thing I do with cola is cleaning stuck pipes. Kilometers in a bicycle is madness. 40. No, I even drove 100 once. I drove from Passau to Linz, just one way. It's a bit downhill, I have to say, but I drove it in 4 hours. I was very proud of myself. So average of 25 kilometers an hour. Diluted with brandy. That's good. And I did that once, and then I took the train back to Passau. But that was fun. I did that one time, and I wouldn't do it again because the bike was old then. Now it's 20 years old. Back then it was already 10 or so. And if I would have a flat tire in the middle, how the hell would I get home? It was so long ago. I was single. Nobody would know where I am. Yeah, after watching countless YouTube videos about this car and dreaming about it for 2 years, I finally submitted an order for a Tesla Model 3. Very excited. That's cool, Daniel. Model 3 rules. enjoy it. Which version? Do you get standard or long range all-wheel drive? What color? Bicola patches, that would be cool. I want to know. So we are going to get bike riding videos now. See what you all like after 40 kilometers. No, not anymore. And it's cold. It's 4 degrees now and it's always foggy. This week it was always foggy. Since EV6 that day, remember, the drive home it was foggy. Since the whole week it was foggy. Coke is also great to dilute dead bodies if you have time. Yeah, now that we talk about it, I find it even more. Coke. Oh, I love cola. Oh, right now, when I have it at home, it's really... When I don't have it, I mean, I already brushed my teeth. That would mean I would have to brush my teeth again. And that holds me back because brushing teeth is annoying. And I do interval fasting. So I eat from 8 to 4 p.m. and then I don't eat. And since then, I feel more healthy. And sometimes I don't do that. Normally 1 day a week. And Cindy does it more extreme. She does it more because of weight loss. Because as every woman, she thinks she's fat, which is totally stupid. Long range red exterior. Ooh, white interior. I hope I don't regret this. White interior is, yeah, it looks nice, but I would be so scared with, yeah, I'm even scared with the steering wheel in my ID.3, but to have white seats. Ooh. Mate, Chris is becoming a zombie. brains. I like coffee myself. Green tea. It's a little disappointing that all cars are going up in price in UK. My parents' ID that was 25 earlier is now 29, combining of less government grant, less Volkswagen contribution. Huh. Really? That's bad. Huh. I don't know the prices right now. I'm a bit scared. Today I heard that maybe the government grant for EVs in Germany could go down or less or gone. What do I do in 2 years or let's say in 1 year when I have to plan what next EV to get? What do I do then? Then don't get incentives. That would be stupid. Cheap car. God, look at the beautiful... Sorry, I'm still here. Where's full screen? Full screen. Looks good. I have to say, this year... Oh, they cleaned the car, by the way. So when I had the car there the first day, they charged it to 100%. Then they put the winter rims on, cleaned the old ones. And then when I was there to look at it, I saw that they cleaned because there were so many bugs here in the front, but they cleaned the whole car. They even cleaned inside. I have the new, the plug-ear foot mats, floor mats in there because I love them. They're amazing and they go up. By the way, did anyone from the winners or from the plug-ear winners receive the stuff? I gave him all the order, so plug-ear knows everything. But I don't know if he already sent that out. I didn't ask. Model-wise, beyond my capability cost-wise. Oh, okay. Is it that much more expensive? Would you have liked it more? Get a used ID.3. Yeah, mine, huh? You should look up what your car is if you would buy it now versus when you got it. Well, it's not available. There's no first edition with those exact things anymore, I think. I think now when you spec an ID.3, I think I did that not even long ago. And I even put the heat pump in and something, and then it was 1,000 more. So without heat pump, it would be even cheaper right now. I think so. We are all full of debt. No wonder slowly government grants will go away. Volkswagen Netherlands never does that. It's all because of chip shortage. Less cars to sell means higher prices, less dealer incentives, etc. Well, that's the first clean Walter had seen Chris has had. Yeah, I still have to vacuum it. I want to vacuum it. Because it looks nice and clean now, but under the floor mat it's still dirty because I never vacuumed that car. I drive it for 14 months now. In 2 years you buy China cars, they will win electric car market. It's possible, who knows? So far, there wasn't a car that I was interested in. Yes, it has had about 5 prices increases this year, Model Y. Oh, I had no idea. Cool. God, I really have to drink water or something so I don't get that cola. Cola. Oh, it sounds great. I shouldn't. Oh, how many kilometers has your ID.3 already? 25K since last Saturday. So it should be 300 more or so. Tesla shipping costs without USB-C and wireless charging because of chip shortage. They didn't even warn their customers. Yeah, this is something something I don't like about Tesla. Yes, Tesla has great technology and great software, and Volkswagen on the other side has bad software and a lot of problems. But what I don't like about Tesla, and this is one of those, they change stuff and they don't tell anyone. So you order a Model 3 and then suddenly it doesn't come from the States, it comes from China with a completely different battery and you had no idea. You test drove a Model 3 before and it charged with this and had this range and whatever, and now it's suddenly something different. I don't like that at all. This is, I don't know. I don't like that. Totally off topic maybe. When I did the update, the car installed WeCharge between the first and second part of the update. Now it's gone. Any idea how to get it back? I'm sorry, I don't know. I've heard that a lot of people got the WeCharge and then they got the update and then it was gone. I have no idea how to get that back. New BMWs have no touch display because of that, but the customer has to pay less. Oh, only iDrive. Oh, huh. Do I like that? I would rather pay more. Yeah, also cool. Chris from Id.4, what was the name? I'm so stupid. I can't even remember the name. Wrong button. He told me he has an e-Autofahrer. Sorry. He told me that he has an order for a BMW i4 and he will be getting it in February and I can get it to test it a bit. So hopefully I can talk him into letting me do a range test with it and charging test and all of this. That would be amazing. What did I say? China takes over EV cars. Well, people have ordered Cybertruck and still no signs of it. And let's not talk about self-driving capabilities. Hyundai are allowing to download navigation updates so that you can install yourself. Cool. You can get it installed afterwards. But can you install it yourself? Oh, you mean the touch display, in a different category here. Okay, I think we're good for the day. Tell Cindy we say hi and miss her. I can say that. Yeah, we wanted to do an update video on the ID.3 on Walter because she has been driving in different EVs. She hates the Enyaq because Enyaq has the same problem with the seat as ID.4. Remember the pain when getting into the car? She hates that the blinker of the Enyaq is extremely loud. It's really loud. It's not, oh my god, loud, but it's louder than ID.3, ID.4. She hates that. She's not a fan of the Enyaq, and she's happy when it's gone. So we wanted to do an update on Walter, what she thinks of it after years, since she has driven other cars. And she told me yesterday, I think, and I repeat exactly what she said, since the Tesla, no other car can live up to it. She loved the Model Y. That was her thing. She loved the seat heater. She also thinks Enyaq seat heater sucks, same as Audi ID.3. So she loved the Model Y, the seat heater, the driving, the technology in there. She liked. I think she liked the looks of it too. I think she's a total Tesla fanboy when it comes to this. She should do a top 5 of her favorite EVs. Yeah, it would be Tesla Model Y, then Renault Twingo, and then nothing. I think that's it. So give Cindy a kiss for each one of us. I do that every day. I know my good old-fashioned USB update. Zapping on the other channel, Björn experiencing some serious colgating with the EV6. Really? Huh? Yeah, I know that. That's what I said in my video, and everybody slaughtered me. No. She has no seat heater, no pillow in Enyaq, and not in the Id.4. She used it in the Id.3 a long time ago, but we stopped with that. She only uses the pillow when she's driving. So in the Enyaq she has nothing, and still it's she doesn't like the seat heater at all. Model Y is woman's car. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, colgating in the EV6. Yeah, there. Even when you drive. Again, that was my problem. I don't care that the charging speed is a bit lower at 3 degrees. My problem was that the battery was warm. I drive 270 kilometers at 130, and then the battery is colder. And then it doesn't, it has to heat up before charging. OBD11 does not support to make changes on SFD protected system on MV cars. Maybe I can turn off monitoring of the OBD port from the alarm system. Huh? What? Now we know what Chris is getting Model Y by order of Cindy. Nah. Unless that I like the Model Y, but they have to change the steering and the suspension. Only then. I like the power, I like the space, I like the software, I like the charging. It was enough for me charging. But if they don't make the suspension softer and the steering less direct and sensitive, no, I'm not getting that car. Are there party accessories for the Model 3? Third-party accessories to do something to that blank front end? What does it mean, blank front end? So how it looks in the front? I don't think so. You were right, Chris. It's scavenging like crazy. How could they have missed it? I mean, scavenging heat from the battery for heating up the cabin is a great idea, but if it's too cold outside, you should be able to override it, I think. Someone in the comments said that winter mode has to be off, but I think winter mode has nothing to do with the scavenging heat. I think it's more, the winter mode is more to heat up the battery when it's very cold. Cindy List, Model 3. No, she hates Model 3. She only liked Model Y. Model 3, she was not a fan because it's so low. Getting out of the car and in was not her thing at all. No. Huh, colgating. Huh. When I say it, it's crap. You have no idea how many people comments said that I'm a liar and a Volkswagen fanboy and I don't know what. That I said something about the EV6 not charging well. ID3 activates the alarm when there is communication at the OBD port in locked state. Very annoying. Huh. Well, I don't have, and I'm so glad I don't have alarm system in my Id.3, and I love it. I had it in the pure, and the alarm went off 2 times when I was not at the car. When it was in the garage, nobody was in the car or at the car. Annoying. The Enyaq now has it. I turn it off all the time, and even if you turn it off in the main system, it's still sometimes on when you get out of the car. So I always look and turn it off because I don't want any beeping. I hate beeping. I don't need an alarm system. There are loads of third-party things you can buy for any Tesla. It's just down to finding them. That's true. Yes, Model 3 and Maya look like they forgot something to put on the front. The grill of e-corsa would be. Nah, we're not at 100 yet. That's fine. We're at 63. It's okay. I need to drink and hopefully not cola. Cooler. Okay. Thank you all for being here. As I said, there will be Id.3 videos this week. I will edit Id.4 versus Enyaq videos, the 2 tomorrow, I guess, not today. And members and Patreons will see that video right away when it's done, and they give me input if it's all cool. As the cat was attacking the car. No, cat is never outside. It's a home cat. He doesn't like the outside. He's, oh my god, it's cold and it's wet and what is this? Oh, no, let's get begin. Oh, it's nice. Purr. Probably with the next software update, the cold getting problem will be solved, just like Polestar, fast charging, preheating. Exactly. I have nothing against if I'm not bashing the car. It's great when it works, and they should. And I'm happy that they hopefully bring a software update. But I've heard it will be in April. That's in 6 months. Wow, the ending. Okay, I will go. You all take care. Have a nice week. We'll see each other next week. Next week, Saturday or Sunday, will be range tests in the Enyaq. I don't know if I do both at the same time or the 130 during the week. We'll see. Peace. Yeah. Such a cool intro. Go pat yourself on the